192 kilometres east-northeast of Perth, Western Australia, a quiet small town known as Wildcatcham lies in the WA wheatbelt. For one weekend, the airstrip turns into a battleground for some of the nation's fastest cars and drivers, who return to Wildcatcham Airport for the second running of Racewars. This year again sees 200 competitors and 3,000 spectators take to the strip for a weekend of full-throttle action in order to see who has the horsepower and the nerve to claim the Audio Precision Racewars 2014 title. The Racewars Group is committed to ensuring the event is run as safely as possible. Before commencing racing on both days, competitors report to the front of the terminal building for the driver's briefing and are breathalyzed, needing to blow 0.00 before being able to sign on to race for the day. Competitors had the chance to go over the event safety requirements one last time or ask the event staff any last-minute questions they may have prior to hitting the strip. The event kicks off with 400-metre drag racing, which is followed up by hugely popular 800 metres roll-ons.
You took my freedom from the start. I wish you'd tear my mind apart. But if I had known with you, and then I put me through, I never would've gone with it. I never would've tried to make you notice. We can fall.
Racewars sponsor ITP Racecars owner Jose was out with their striking blue 1993 Toyota Supra. Packing over 1,000 horsepower at the wheels and a suite of other in-house modifications, this car was a serious contender for the title and stunned many over the weekend with its sheer pace once its massive turbo spooled up.
My name's Jose Jardim, one of the managing directors of ITP Racecars over in Blaq. Basically, in-house shop. We build cars from scratch, or we can make them up if customers have already started the project. We can go roll cages, general fabrication, exhaust systems, exhaust manifolds. We build engines as well, specialising in 2JZs and the RB series and also the CAs. So if you come around the front of the engine, we'll show you our work. All the engine here is built in-house by ITP, same as radiators. We use again another Australian product, PWR. Hypertune, again like I've mentioned before, and all the pipe work's done in-house by my other business partner in the business, Joel Melbourne. Same as with all the exhaust system, everything like that's all in-house. Basically the car is built completely in-house by ITP.
Providing safety requirements are met, Racewars allows spectators 18 and over to be passengers in competition vehicles. This is yet another attraction unique to Racewars and allows spectators to experience the thrill of a high-speed 400 or 800 pass in a competition car. Fellow competitors also like to take advantage of these passenger runs and enjoy being able to ride shotgun with their mates in a safe and legal environment.
I have to manage 42 staff across the entire weekend. It's quite a detailed role.
And as part of being the volunteer coordinator, you get to drive an interesting vehicle. Tell us about it.
Yes, I do. It created an interesting drive up from Perth on Friday. Other than that, it's a fantastic vehicle. It's here to be the course car. We're going for that wow factor. That way you know what we're doing, and when we're out on the track, we've got the lights blazing. The vehicle is being used over the weekend. We've been collecting debris from the track, including a number of hose clamps that fell off. It's been used for a lot of photos. It seems to be a big hit with all the spectators as well as competitors.
Josh Gardner's team at Racewars technical partner workshop Galvsport play an integral part in scrutineering the Racewars competition vehicles, as well as supporting a few of their customers' cars in the lead up to and over the weekend.
Galvsport's pretty unique. We do from general servicing on everyday cars right through to bare shell builds. We don't work on anything in particular, but our specialty is the Nissan GTR. We're now doing a lot for the R35 as they become a more popular car on the market, but we do a lot of bare shell and restoration work on 32, 33, 34 chassis. We specialise in engine work and anything custom that the customer might desire, from custom intercooler setups, exhaust, to really strange panel and paint, brake caliper, wheel paint, whatever, we don't really mind.
The weekend's lunch for Platinum Club entrants and volunteers was proudly catered by WA Spit Roast. The WA Spit Roast team offered the fortunate few tasty pastas, salads and delicious roast meat rolls, as well as light snacks across the weekend. The diversity of cars and entrants at Racewars is second to none, with like-minded enthusiasts from all corners of the car scene bringing their pride and joys out for a run. Everything from race-bred Lotus Exiges to 1400 plus horsepower monster Tiranas. And even the WA Police Beat the Heat team in one of their drag cars got out on the strip and kept the crowd entertained over the weekend.
Beat the Heat's a not-for-profit association run by off-duty police officers with the aims of getting people off the street to events such as Racewars to have a bit of fun and learn about your car. The car that we're up against here is Tango 3. She's a 2008 Commodore SSV sports wagon, donated to us by Holden back in 2009. She is full weight. It's got the black leather interior. It came with a 6-litre 6-speed manual and normal diff gears. We have incrementally changed the car. We went from the 6-speed manual to a 3-speed auto, changed the back end to 411s and welded it up, and have been racing it like that ever since. We were hoping to debut our newest car, Tango 4, but we've only had the car in the state for 6 days, so we've just run out of time. So, but great event to be. That's our first one. We'll certainly be back.
Hi, I'm Simon from Just Car Insurance, and we're proud to sponsor the 2014 Racewars. Just Car Insurance is about insuring high-performance modified and imported cars and drivers with what we call colourful driving histories. We've been around since '95, and we're happy to hear all your stories, all your modifications that you've done to your car, and we're always happy to insure these cars as well. So we're here to support the modified car scene. Today's been fantastic. I suppose it's been quite warm, it's dusty, it's hot. The calibre of cars out there is sensational. 2 thumbs up for WA car scene.
After months of preparation and a huge few days, the Racewars event staff arrived back at the strip on Sunday at the crack of dawn in preparation for the day ahead of them, and most importantly, the headline 1,000 metre VMAX session.
Hi, I'm Paul Brockbank. I'm one of the directors of Racewars, the Racewars Group, and a director of one of the sponsors, Empire Performance. Saturday was fantastic. Saturday ran incredibly smoothly. We managed to get a lot of cars through. Everyone had a lot of runs. We started off with the standing start 400s, which put down a fair bit of rubber on the strip, which was nice for traction for the rest of the guys. And then we kicked off with the rolling 800s, where some of the boys were reaching some pretty decent speed towards the end of the track. There weren't any dramas really all day. It was amazing how smooth it ran thanks to pretty much the effort of the volunteers. Everybody just pitched in and did a fantastic job. Took a 20-minute break for lunch and then we're back at it again in this scorching while catching the sun. We've got the VMAX challenge today. So this is the big day for the competition effectively. This is the only time we have timed runs. Primarily only 1,000 metre standing start runs. There's 30 serious cars which come out of the woodwork today that skipped yesterday, primarily because yesterday is the fun day. Everyone sort of gets out, races their mates, you know, has a bit of fun with the roll-ons. But today's the business day. There's a lot more serious faces in the paddock. We've got two timing systems in place. One is our main timing system and one is a backup. We've learned, you know, we had a couple of issues, teething issues last year, so we've introduced a brand new tag viewer timing system, which we've tested thoroughly, and it does the same things as Target West and a few other events in WA, which are pretty popular, and so far it's performed flawlessly.
G'day, Tony Locatore here. We're trying to defeat our title again, see how we go. The car's running really well. Hope we're going to give you a show.
From No Limits and Big Rock Tyre Centre.
Tell us about your car.
It's a 1981 Blaq GT. It's got a 1.8 litre forged internal turbo motor in it with a Garrett GTX turbo on it.
What size?
It's only a baby, it's only a 2871 up.
Why did you mention Racewars?
It's something that obviously I'm involved fairly heavily with the motorsport scene in WA anyway, with No Limits. Talking to Brockers and all the guys that organised it last year, we were pretty keen to help out. Unfortunately, our normal commitments got in the way. So this year, being able to come on board as a sponsor with Big Rock Tyre Centre and come out and race the car seemed like the perfect combination, really.
Less than an hour into the VMAX challenge, a man holds up the day by placing himself illegally at the end of the track, posing as Racewars staff. The Racewars staff notify the local authorities, who respond quickly, allowing the event to be recommenced safely, and the main event, the timed 1,000 metre passes, to keep rolling.
Let's go!
We've done competitive.
Another F6.
We did all the event signage. We've done
fairly standard F6.
000 car, the infamous Racewars police car, and a couple of other cars as well. A couple of the a lot of competitor cars as well.
Racewars 2014 was sponsored by our company. We're a custom audio installation shop in Myrie and Coburn. We've got 2 new locations. Come check it out. We were standing next to the 2014 Audio Precision GDR. We just ran this thing yesterday. It's some really nice times. There's some nice modifications. Stage 2 plus right now. Really looking forward to getting that VMAX run this afternoon. See what a 1K run looks up in 35. Some pretty stiff competition out here, some pretty big horsepower cars. Racewars 2014 has been a fantastic event. Really appreciate the support from Racewars. My team especially, I give them big ups for getting everything ready and making everything happen. It's such a tight deadline as always.
Calum here with a T51R Supra here at Racewars 2014. today. Testing the car out. Since last year we had a bit of a clutch issue. It's making about 850 at the wheels at the moment, depending on boost. So pretty much a built bottom end 2JZ from the US with T51R stroker turbo on it, with HKS coilovers and G-ready fruit on it, like brakes and intake manifold and stuff like that.
Hey guys, Kenan Haig from Thinking IT, proudly sponsoring Racewars 2014 with my 94 Dodge Viper. It's got about just over 10,000 Ks on it. It's never done any racing. It's the first time it's been driven in anger. The longest drive it's ever had was driving up here. Ordered all the parts from America. We've got a supercharger kit on the way, so next year it'll be a bit of fun. A bit of problems getting off the line this weekend, but once we do, she's going quite well. A lot of the guys that own the cars here are involved in small businesses and medium-sized businesses, so I thought what better way of sponsoring the guys that I'm involved in motorsport with my IT company that just does business support, so it worked out quite well. Friday's test and tune was brilliant. Gave myself and probably the other drivers some time to work out what the car's going to do down the strip. And yesterday was even better. The crowd turnout yesterday morning I thought was bigger than what it was going to be all weekend, and it's just going to get bigger and better, so it's awesome.
With temperatures unseasonably warm and continuing to rise, some of the competition vehicles began to suffer, seeing several competitors retire or simply park up and let the big guns have the strip to themselves. Michael Boz's Dodge Charger experienced both cooling and traction issues over the weekend, but still put on a great show. As the track closure nears, many competitors decide to call it quits. A persistent and dedicated few, however, remain intent on taking the title home and aiming to reach speeds of 300 km/h plus. It soon became a battle of the Japanese classics, with Kalim's and Jose's Toyota Supra fighting for the crown, with Anthony Scali's infamous Nissan R32 GTR driven by the very talented and slightly mental Steve Jones. After a few passes seeing Steve still fall short of outright victory, his need for speed saw some last-ditch trackside modifications and the ProTune team throwing all they had at their disposal at one last pass. Their hard work pays off. The GTR storms over the line, recording an astounding 306.66 km/h in a lightning-fast time of 17.708 seconds. In pursuit of the title, Jose gave it a little too much and wound up off the track. He escaped unharmed, and the damage sustained by his car was nothing serious. It became clear that the GTR's past couldn't be eclipsed this year. Racewars event director Jamie Pellucci and audio precision director Justin Mav presented the trophies for the top 3 place getters. Steve Jones and Anthony Scali took home first outright, an amazing result for a car that was only put back into service weeks before the event after being retired 10 years ago. Callum Betts claimed a close second, and Jose Jardim and the ITP Racecars crew left happy, but already planned to return even faster next year.
Did you think I was done with you? Did you think that I thought? No, well, I never said I thought that we grown, but it always seemed like you're coming from below. Do you believe that I couldn't believe that I could see you down?
I'm Steve Jones. I was driving the Need for Speed GTR built by ProTune.
bit hairy. It's not easy to drive because obviously with the big twins on there, I'm not sure what sort of turbos they are. It's not what's inside the engine either. It makes approximately 3 million horsepower, and the 600 is what I keep getting told, but I don't think it doesn't feel like that. Yeah, it was a good run, and obviously we didn't get much time for testing because we built normal cars during the week, and this is just been getting built late at night, and Anthony Scully's done a tremendous job to build the car. It's probably the fastest car I've driven in my life. When I drove it down the end, there's a dip when you pull 5th gear, which is in the 200 somewhere, but I don't look at the speedo. I actually pulled the gear stick clean out of the gearbox and thought I broke the gearbox, and I'm quite renowned for breaking GTR gearboxes. Our last run was just everything that I did bad on all those other runs. I took it out in that last run, and I'll be honest with you, like, it felt to me like there was a bit more in the car. It's not easy with this because, you know, obviously with the power that it's got and it's very light switchy, if you just, you know, leave your foot flat on the floor, it'll probably do what that Sylvia just did for about 500 metres. So you have to kind of come off the throttle and get back on it, but if you come off too far, then it bogs down and you lose all your time. But on the last run, it just bogged down a tiny bit, managed to get grip and then take off. So it was all about just getting a good launch in it. We don't run launch control or anything like that. We just built it, you know. You have to drive the thing.
With the Audio Precision Racewars 2014 now behind us, the Racewars group are now working towards delivering a bigger, better and more spectacular Racewars 2015. We look forward to seeing you all out in the Wiley once again for the 3rd year of this unique event.
Thank you for coming. Sorry that my tears are all gone. All the time's gone. The clock will amount to none. Please don't turn me away. Just another painful today. Oh, I'm a part of you. I'm a part of you.